from our ship. Please stay in your seat as much as possible during the cruise. You can use the toilet in the ship during the cruise. In case of an emergency, please follow the skipper's instructions. The skipper will point out the life-saving equipment and tell you when to leave the ship. The little water we sail through now is known as the Aarde. On the port side to the left of the ship is an area created by peat excavations. The Dutch used peat as fuel, and later mills were used to keep the land dry. This created this deep area about 4 meters below this water level. The Netherlands, known for its flat landscape, has more than half of its territory below sea level, including the area we are currently sailing through. Fortunately, dunes, dikes and other protective works are there to prevent flooding. Regular measurements of land and water relating to the Normaal Amsterdamspijl, NAP, provide control over the height of these structures. The NAP is the reference point for height measurements and water levels in the Netherlands, based on the average sea level. Around 35,000 NAP level markers are scattered across the country, anchored in various structures. This makes it easy to determine water levels and heights. Almost everywhere in the Netherlands, a water level marker can be found within a 1-kilometer radius. During this cruise, you can try to discover one of these water level markers yourself. Let's look at Hoeve Waterrijk on our right. Cheese is still made here. With about 180 dairy cattle on this island, the farmer must cross the milk to the mainland across the River Ader.
I wondered if they still call them that.
This is where we pass the automatic cable ferry. The driver presses a button through which the flashing lights come on and a steel cable is stretched across the water. The ferry then sails automatically along the cable to the other side without a skipper. So you'll always have to be a bit careful here. Imagine the sea level is like a bathtub. When the water in the bathtub rises, it can go over the edge and wet the bathroom. It works the same way with the sea level. When the sea level rises, the water in the sea gets higher, and that can cause problems for people and animals living in the region.
Yeah, I just saw the duck just swim right in there.
Yeah.
And it's no current there.
Maybe they nest?
Food? Yeah.
Next to one of them weeks.
Day.
I like that.
Where to our left stand two imposing mills, Lakermolen 1 and 2. The blades of these mills are 28 meters long, known in millers' terms as a flight of 28 meters. In certain wind directions, it can be dangerous to drive past these mills as the blades come close to the road. Pay close attention. These mills are 12-sided, which is unique in the world. In this area, all mills are designed to pump up water. These two examples are equipped with a steel auger, a kind of worm wheel that lifts the water. With a head of almost 4 meters, this is too high for a traditional scoop wheel.
North Sea? Pumps it up to mills? I'm just guessing.
nature around us was created by the settling of the soil. It used to be a very boggy landscape that you couldn't do anything with. Cattle simply sank into the soil. The Dutch started draining the soil centuries ago. We see ditches everywhere in the landscape, all leading to a mill. This made the soil drier and firmer. However, this had the disadvantage that the soil started settling, which means it was shrinking. This caused the landscape to sink below the water level, and embankments had to be made around it. The reclaimed land had to be drained constantly, otherwise it would be flooded again. On your left, also called Portside, past the picturesque village of Rijpwetering, stands the Waterloosmolen. This octagonal mill, with its thatched roof, has kept the Waterloospolder dry for centuries. Deeply rooted in a miller's life was the bond with his mill. With their family, they lived in and with the mill, knowing every part of it. Constantly, they were alert to the changing weather conditions. Did you know that there is a secret mill language? By putting the blades in a certain position, the miller could pass messages to those around him. This happened in times of joy, mourning, war, and resistance. And to this day, this special mill language is still used by millers. Oude Kooi, where wild ducks used to be caught for consumption. For farmers, this was a lucrative and interesting side income because of the high price of ducks. After World War II, this changed. Farmers earned more from their farming activities than from catching ducks. Around 1920, the island was bought by the Water Tourists Association. Members of this association were allowed to moor and recreate here with their boats. We are now sailing on the Keukenhof. With their numerous lakes and islands, they form a beautiful water sports area known for its natural beauty and diverse recreational opportunities. The area attracts many water sports enthusiasts every year who enjoy sailing, canoeing, and other water-based activities. The serene landscape and calm waters provide an ideal environment for outdoor relaxation and adventure. On the right, we see the Buurtermolentje. Remarkably, all mills in this area are unique. For instance, this mill is made entirely of wood to save weight. The wooden upper part of the mill can rotate to stand favorably in the wind. When the mill is in operation, it wobbles slightly. Hence, this type of mill is called a seesaw mill. In this case, the mill is painted red-brown, indicating that a Catholic miller operated here in the past. Green seesaw mills can also be found in this area, which were associated with Protestant millers. households live on this island. As there is no bridge connection, everyone depends on the ferry, which sails 24/7 back and forth to the mainland. Through the trees, you can see the 18 19th century Keukenhof. This mill is more than 2.5 meters below this water level.
That's how we